This will be the last video you will be watching on discipline. I know it's a big claim, but watch the entire video and you will know why. Have you ever catched yourself feeling jealous of those disciplined types of people who flaunt their success, wealth, and growth? They make us look at our own lives, our cluttered home, disorganized, mediocre success. If you ever felt stuck in the cycle of planning and processing and trying to get on the discipline wagon with stressed effort, minimal progress, barely making it, majorly neglecting yourself, only to find out you're going to crash yourself into misery and burnout, and then finally giving it all up altogether. I've been down this cycle, whether it was me living in Hawaii, trying to keep up with my business, or even recently trying to manage through trying to get things done when you just had a baby. This cycle can be so vicious, but over the year, I found ways that helped me significantly improve and get more discipline and trying to find a way that actually is sustainable. So let's get straight into it. The tips that I will be sharing with you is not just about getting a new app or changing your mindset and ultimately you're going to be more disciplined. The strategies that I have for you are more hands-on, are more about really reframing what discipline actually means and how you can incorporate it into your life. So let's get straight into it. The first step I have for you is reframing discipline as a form of self-love. And I know it sounds cheesy, but let me explain to you. What if you saw discipline a way of taking care for yourself? If we see discipline as an act of self-love, it helps us make better choices to grow and feel good. It's about setting boundaries, staying true to yourself, and really working on the goals that you set yourself. When we see discipline as a reminder that we deserve care and attention, we really can feel more empowered to be the best version of ourselves. In fact, this really helped me to stop feeling so much hatred to the word discipline, because I used to get so annoyed by it because I was lacking it. I felt like I didn't have discipline. I didn't get things done I wanted to, and I felt like I wasn't worthy of it. I just couldn't get it together. And me reframing it as a way of taking care of myself, taking care of something that's so crucial to keep living this life that I want, to keep pushing for the goals I want, and reframing it as an act of self-love, I realized that this shift needed to happen in my mind in order to actually even start the beginning of this process. Let's go into step number 2. Make discipline your identity. I know this sounds really strange, but listen up. It's very simple. The more you act like a disciplined person, the easier it is for you to become one. It's like a muscle. Use it and it gets stronger. Skip the shortcuts and the get disciplined quick schemes, and really make small changes that would actually foster a stronger muscle. Start small. I started making my bed every morning. I know it's such a cliche thing, but it actually really worked for me. I started feeling really great because I accomplished the first thing in the morning, which really became a muscle. I now make my bed and I don't even realize it. Or showing up on time. Keep your promises, even tiny ones. Each little act reinforces your identity, and over time it really compounds, and the more you do it, the stronger your muscle becomes, and the more you realize you're not even thinking about those little changes that actually lead you to become a more disciplined person. Step number 3, change your environment. Reflecting on your environment really means that your surroundings shape your behavior, shape the way you act. So understanding that your environment is a key to actually fostering that discipline is key. But let me get more into detail. If you're in a messy place or constant chaos and you're trying to focus on work, how are you ever going to get anything done? When I was living in Hawaii in the tiny house, I realized I had to be tidy in that way, because when I was sitting trying to get my work done and I would look across the room and it was like a pile of dishes, I wouldn't be able to work because I would start making the dishes, and then I would go back to work. And so if you have those distractions in your life, if your desk is always super messy, how are you going to get focused on the things that you need to get done? So it's really important that you keep your environment, especially work environment, clean. I know some people can work in mess, but for the majority of people working in a messy environment, it's going to be really difficult for you to focus. If you understand, it's not just about willpower, but it's about designing your place, your work environment in a way that supports your goal, your discipline, you will realize that it's going to be so much easier to actually focus on the things that you want to get done in the moment. Remember, discipline is not about forcing you to do things. It's about creating an environment that makes it easier to get the things done, that really removes the distraction, maybe your phone, anything in your area that would distract you, is that you need to remove in order to see success the most effortless way possible, which means working for you and not working against you. When I'm trying to edit a video, I take my phone away, I take every distraction I could possibly think of, I put it to the side, because I know if I can actually focus on writing scripts editing a video, working on art or something that I need to get done, I really remove all the distractions I can because I'm really focused and I don't get tempted to check my phone, get tempted to organize something, get tempted to get up, get a treat. Like I really try to really set the environment in a way that actually supports the goal that I have for the day. Step 4, aversion cost. I know this one is a little bit critical because I'm all about feel good and not putting too much pressure on, but one thing that really escalated it for me, that made the biggest change, was the cost of aversion cost. It was about understanding that we move faster with pain than we do with happiness. I know it sounds so bad, but our survival mode is so much stronger when we know there's something that could potentially be missed or something that's painful than something that we gain. We move by pain. Unfortunately, we're creatures that are getting motivated by things that are negative rather than things that are positive. Because I'm a solo parent, I had to hire people to get things done because I have someone else taking care of my child, meaning I have more pressure to get it done. I know I only have an hour, so I have better get it done. I can't be distracted. I need to focus on filming because I know if my child is here, I will not be able to film. She will be all over the place, so I won't be able to do that. Plus, I'm paying someone to take care of her, so I have even more pressure to get it done because I don't get it done the first time. I have to hire someone again, redo it again, and then the whole spiral of feeling frustrated and feeling like you're not good enough because you're just downward spiraling is so much greater. And so find ways that make you understand what would be the cost if I don't do it. That's why we go to jobs, because we know if I don't go, I won't make money. If I don't go to the gym, yeah, maybe there's not going to be effect today, but if I keep saying I'm not going to go, I'm not going to achieve the physique I want to have. If eating one shitty meal, it's not going to make a big difference, but if you keep making that excuse, you end up being a super unhealthy person. And so think about something. What is the cost of not doing this? What is the cost of you not studying? You're going to fail the exam. What's the cost of you not uploading a video? You might not be able to achieve what you want to achieve. And that's such an easy way to trick yourself into being more disciplined. And so how do we get it done? Let's first scratch the whole circus of trying to schedule everything on a hard note and really making it hard on yourself to get the things done. Because burnout isn't about how much work we're doing. It's about how much we dread the work we have to be doing in the moment. Think about it. You can binge watch TV for 12 hours straight and feel just fine, maybe a little bit tired, but hammering out an essay for 20 minutes when you're not feeling it, it really is like signing up for a crash course in misery. If I keep a constant tally on how I'm stuck on the things that I spite doing, it's an actual express line to Burnoutville. And in order to avoid this, I keep myself from micromanaging because no one really enjoys being bossed around, especially by themselves. Instead, I trust myself that I will be getting the things done within a week that I need to get done. And because I'm a person that needs accountability, I made a progress tracker on Notion, which you can get for free. I put it down in the description. It's a progress tracker I worked for probably over 2 weeks, which was kind of a pain to make, but I'm happy I did it because this tracker helped me to get an overview for the week. It's for content creation, but you can apply that for any task that you would like to do. You can just replace it. For example, I have a goal of making 4 videos a week, and before I say I did it or I didn't do it, I made a progress tracker that really says the progress. Instead of saying like black and white yes and no, it shows percentages on how much I did in order to get that video done. And it helps me to see, okay, this video 1 is about 60% finished. I only need 40% more to actually get it off my list. And it really takes off the pressure of I need to get a video done. It's more about like, what are the small steps I can do in order to move the needle towards the goal that I have for the week. So if you're struggling to get things done and you need the accountability, get that Notion template. It will save you so much headache. It will help you in a practical way to get the things done. Over the process of trying to implement the tactical ways, but also the mindset I need in order to get the things done that I set myself to, is understanding how important it is to give yourself some grace. If sometimes skipping a task is gonna make you more productive, do it. As you can see, probably I just woke up because I messed up in a way because I didn't go to watch sunrise. I've been really making it or wanting to make it a priority to watch the sunrise, and it didn't work this morning because I didn't sleep very little this night, and so I was like, I still want to have a productive day, and so that's what I mean when you skip. So I'm watching sunrise now from the rooftop, which also very pretty. Yeah, very pretty, Lila, huh? And so yeah, don't be hard on yourself. Sometimes we need to let go of projects in order to focus on the ones that truly matter. Try to really see what are the waves of productivity, because a way for you to have a good result, because it's not just like doing it, it's about getting a good result that you're proud of, getting a result that you can present, really using times in the day where you actually feel like doing. For me personally, I know I'm most productive in the mornings. I'm not going to try to sit down really late at night when I'm all exhausted because I'm like, I need to get it done. I really made the pact for myself in the mornings. That's when I'm productive. That's when I feel the greatest about working. And so I try to focus most of my heavy things that I need to get done, that I really want to focus on, in the mornings. So this takes a lot of the pressure away. And remember, there's nothing worse than sticking to a plan that you hate every second of it. I'm not the biggest reader, and I wish I was, but I recently picked up a book by Brian Moore, and it's called The 12-Week Year. It's such an incredible book. It explains exactly what you need to know in order to stop the procrastination. The book will teach you that instead of dragging everything out over 365 days, you can put all your ambitions in 12 weeks. But let me explain a little bit further how it works. The book will give you permission to stop having those New Year's resolutions that you will forget by February. Instead, have 12 focused weeks, meaning every 12 weeks is treated like a mini year, which is super refreshing and such a good idea, because you get to experience the existential crisis, not just in December, but 4 times a year. I'm just kidding. But the good thing about this is that you really have more chances in a year instead of just having one. It does give you the permission to mess up. It gives you the permission to start over again and not just be so frustrated that you didn't get it done within a year, that you didn't achieve the goals that you set yourself in December, and you started super strong in February, and the goals that you set yourself in December, and in January you feel like, oh my gosh, it's getting hard, and in February you're giving up and you realize, I'm not gonna have a successful year because I'm already failing. But this really gives you permission to have multiple years within a year, and that mindset and that idea and the practical steps that you will learn in this book is something I highly recommend you read. Me giving you here a little insight on the book obviously is going to give you the essence of it, but just reading it really helps you understand the whole concept. And if you're not a big reader, I think it's free on Audible. So you can check it out right there. It's something I highly recommend you do. This book really gives you permission to restart multiple times a year without feeling this pressure, without feeling this discipline, negative, toxic environment, but with permission to actually have fun in the process and not to be so harsh on yourself, which result you actually having sustainable growth, sustainable discipline. I like the concept a lot, so try to read it. It really is such a game changer when it comes to discipline. And remember, the most important part is that you're happy with your result, that you feel like you achieved everything you set yourself. But if you're the type of person that really wants to get ahead in life and really is looking for the edge, then I have a video for you. It's about how to get ahead of 99% of the people. You're really gonna enjoy the video if you're looking for the strategies and tactics that people use who are ahead. And if that's something that interests you, check out the video, and I see you right there.